Hi everybody, Spaghetti Hands here. Before we get into this video, I just wanted to say this is my first time doing a voiceover for anything, so it's gonna be a little bit different from my usual content. If you guys like it, feel free to like and subscribe, do the normal stuff. I know that my mic is not amazing. I actually don't plan on getting a different one. It's expensive, and this is the best that I'm gonna do for right now. Anyways, I'm just gonna hop right into the video. So first off, I wanted to explain what this video is. I actually got I had another video that was planned. I had it all ready. I had everything done. I recorded everything, and then the file got corrupted and I lost everything but the picture that I drew, which sucks because I was really proud of that. Anyways, I ended up going to Amino, where I'm actually a curator on OC Fiction, and I was complaining to one of the other curators, and I was like, dang, this sucks. And they were like, well, you can always do a redraw. And I was like, I can. So, thinking about it, I found a redraw that I did last year of something that I drew in 7th grade. Now, this original drawing was supposed to be for a different YouTube channel that I actually ended up never making, but it was gonna be pretty cool. It was supposed to be me and a friend who just did covers of different songs. This one was supposed to be the cover for Still I Fly, which is a really fun song. I recommend listening to it if you haven't heard of it already. Anyways, that character on the drawing was actually an original character that I made in 6th grade. Now, this was the first original character I've ever made. Like, the first. Well, that wasn't a Warrior Cats OC. I don't count those as characters. They're just cats. So, this is Eclipse, or Eclipse D'Angelo, if I remember the whole thing. She and her twin were my edgy characters. They were the first ones, and I didn't really know how to make designs. I didn't know how to make things original looking, and I just went with a t-shirt and some jeans for them and made them, specific colors. Honestly, I've gone back and redesigned them since, and they look a lot better in stuff that is not that. I'm actually really proud of the redesigns. I haven't been able to digitalize them yet, but when I do, I'll make sure to upload them. So I'm actually doing this voiceover just so I could give you like a basic understanding of the character. Eclipse was actually one of my favorite characters I've ever made. That's since been replaced by Eliza because, oh my goodness, her story is actually good. But Eclipse just holds a special place in my heart. As the first edgy character as well, it's good for me that I had a chance to redraw this. It made me happy for a little while. Not Eliza, that's the wrong character. Eclipse she was a twin, one of 2 twins. The other one was named Night because, who needs normal character names, right? So Eclipse and Night were angels, but their parents had fallen from angel status and they fell into hell, and that's where they were raised. Long story short, Eclipse befriended a dragon named Nacht. Well, it's actually spelled Nacht, like the German version of night. Actually, I think it's pronounced not. Nope. I tried. My mom knows how to pronounce it because she speaks German. I don't. So I tried. But anyways, she befriends Nacht, and they end up like being, I don't know, fairly close, and he can teleport to her. I don't know why. I don't know when that happened, but it happened. So, anyways, Nacht screws up one day, teleports into her brain, and then, now she has split personality disorder. In that whole thing, he thought that her parents were intruders and killed them. So now they're dead. Yeah. Anyways, her brother lived and not used Eclipse's body to finally get out of hell. It's not a good story. I know, it's dumb, there's no like real plot, but eventually she finds this group, and well, I actually made this character because a friend of mine was going to make a comic. She never finished that, but it was pretty fun while it lasted. So we had Eclipse, Night, Isaac, Eli, Cirrus, I think. It was either Cirrus or Nimbus. It's one of those two. Actually, I think both of those were characters. I'm not sure. We also had, well, we had Ember, of course. She was the main character. We had Jinx. We had a lot of characters. There were like at least 15 of them, and it's been so long, I just don't remember. But, long story short, they all ended up meeting and becoming friends, and then, they are fighting against this guy named Blood, I think it was? Yeah, because he's also just an edgy character with no real purpose, if I remember correctly. I didn't really have like a real reason for him to be where he was. But anyways, we ended up having so many different spin-offs of our own story. It was crazy. Most of which Isaac and Night got together, and I really liked that ship, and I still do to this day because it was just really wholesome. It was something like Isaac and Night are both very smart, but when it comes to the other, they're both really dumb. So it took them a long while to get together. And then they did, and it was very cute. Yeah, it was really cute. And then, sorry, I've never done a voiceover before, so I'm just rambling. When Night and Isaac, I don't even know where I'm going with this. But anyways, that was the characters. And eventually, I found that I have a physical copy of that first drawing that I started in 7th grade. I still never made a background for it. It's been like God knows how many years, and I just haven't bothered to make a background. But I ended up making, I just wanted to see how far I've come in like last year. I think I did that in like April. And then I finally, I think it's been like a year and a half, I told myself that I'd redraw it again in April. It didn't happen, but I think it was like 2 to 3 days ago now. So probably like 21st of October, fuck, it's November. The 21st of November, I finished that last drawing, the one you're seeing me work on now. I am so proud of how far I've come with this. Like, it's something that I can never, like, I always compare my art to other artists, and I know that that's not a healthy thing to do, and that most people, I've been told by a million people, don't do that, because then it makes you feel bad. And I was like, I'll be fine, I don't feel bad. I feel bad. And finally seeing that my art isn't crap compared to everyone else, it's just, I don't know, it's just really nice to know that, like, I've improved, and I've improved a lot. Like, just the shading differences between the second one and the one that I'm working on now, and then all of the anatomy was so wrong in the first one. It was so bad. I love it. I love that I've improved so much, and that I know that I'm not the best at art, but I know that if I keep working, I'm gonna do better. And that's what I'm proud of, is that I know that all the artists who are watching this know that looking back at seeing your old art just makes you feel so proud, because it's like, wow, that was what I used to draw. Look at what I can draw now. And it's just, I don't know, it's just amazing. And I have, I don't know. It's so awesome to see how far you've come and to see just how much you've improved. When it comes to the art itself, I've definitely improved with how I've drawn. I have done a lot more, like sketchy stuff, and I've figured out anatomy a lot better. And I had a lot of trouble with the anatomy on this one, enough so that I actually had to fix all the stuff off camera. Like, I did my sketch off camera because I was having so much trouble. I spent at least 2 hours just trying to make sure that the sketch looked right, so that I could finally, like, actually go in with the colors and go in with the line art. It was so hard. But actually, my favorite part of this drawing was, I think it was the sketch, because it just showed me that, like, I have a lot to improve on, but I have improved a lot. That, like, you know, just looking back sketch-wise at the old one, I was like, this already is looking better. The anatomy is better. Just the physics of, like, hey, it looks like she's actually flying. Her clothes are getting pushed back. I mean, the first one had that, but not realistically, if you guys know what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. I'm looking at it now and I'm like, it doesn't look right, which is how most art when you're 12 looks, but it's just something that I was really disappointed in upon looking back. Like, I loved it at that time. In fact, I showed it to the other person who I was going to make that YouTube channel with, and he loved it too. He was like, oh, that's awesome. And the second one, I actually came across him in my high school that same day I finished it. And so I came up to him and was like, hey, I know we haven't talked in a while, but remember that old drawing that I did for our YouTube channel that we never uploaded? He was like, yeah? And I'm like, hey, I redrew it, so here. And he actually goes to my college now, and we're still like, I still think of us as friends, because we still talk every once in a while. We're still very friendly to each other. It's not like we hate each other, but it's just, we've fallen out of touch. And I mean, it happens with people like that, because, you know, we all end up making new friends. Like, I have some new friends. I have a lot of new friends, and I like them a lot. And it's just, it's hard, because over time, just things change. But I think I'm gonna search him out on Monday. And I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna say, hey, I know it's been a while, but I wanted to show you that I still have this old art piece. And then I wanted to show you that I actually redrew it again. And that it's gotten better. I don't know, it's just one of those things that I was like, hey, it's just something that I've enjoyed. And I actually genuinely enjoyed doing this piece. I mean, I've enjoyed doing all of the pieces I've uploaded. I think the one that I had the most trouble with is actually Angel in a Snow Globe, because it just looks, I don't know, I'm looking at it like now, it's so blurry, and all the colors like muddled together, and I just don't like it. But I do really like this one. It's just, I've had so much improvement, and it's so good. I was gonna talk about some other stuff. I think I was gonna talk about the clouds. I know I had a lot of trouble with those. I had to keep going back and like adding color. I felt like I was trying to build up the colors again, and it was really frustrating, but I actually really enjoyed that. Oh, I remember what I was gonna talk about. I really, really hated, more than anything, doing the line art. The line art was so frustrating for me. But I think that it looks really good. Like, looking at it now, it's really good. And it's so annoying to do line art. It makes me so angry to do line art. And you see I jump around so much because I get so bored doing it. I'm like, I don't want to just make black lines anymore. I want to do something else. So then I'll go and make black lines somewhere else. And then it gets to the point where I think I just had the hair left, and so I just had to like suck it up and just do the hair. But yeah, that was, yep. This is actually, we're closing up on the video, so if you guys liked this, feel free to like and subscribe. Feel free to give me some pointers on how to do voicing. It's bad, so I hope that you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.